All right. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our dear PTs out there. No, I'm Pia, and I'll be your Grandison Espresso Lounge host for today. This is your virtual coffee table, a place to catch up with you, our nurses, therapists, and partners. We encourage you to share your voice and experience, to educate, and inspire Filipino PTs. That no hashtag American dream is impossible when you have the courage and the right partner, Grandison USA. So we have here our special guest all the way from USA, the SC, Sir Mark. Ayan. So, Sir Mark, so medyo pakilala lang po natin ang ating sarili, no, sa ating mga PTs na nanonood po sa atin as of now.
Yes, salamat po. Thanks for the introduction. Magandang umaga, tanghali, hapon, o gabi po sa ating lahat. My name is Mark. I am an assistant professor in a physical therapy program here in the US, dito sa New York. So I graduated from the University of Santo Tomas in 2009, and I finished my Doctor of Science degree from Andrews University in Michigan, 2 years ago. And I've been a practicing physical therapist here in the US since 2012.
All right. So thank you, Sir Mark, for introducing yourself, no? So let's move forward to our interview and bakit ba tayo nag-interview as of now, no? At least, for you to know more about Sir Mark, no, sa ating mga PTs, let's start our interview asking Sir Mark about his career path and na-experience niya in the USA, no? So, Sir Mark, can you describe your career path as a physical therapist in the Philippines before migrating to the USA? So of course, no, the start of our career bago tayo pumunta ng US is siguro magkaroon tayo ng experience here as a PT din no, sa Philippines. So what motivated you to pursue a career in the US? Because of course, we all have reasons bakit tayo pumupunta ng US, like family, talagang career growth, or personal goals talaga na makapunta ng US.
So I graduated 2009 sa UST, and then I think I spent about 1 or 2 years at a local hospital sa Quezon City. And on top of that, I was doing home care, private patients. And then I think it was 2010 or 2011 when I signed up with sa Grandison Management. And when I was reviewing for the boards, the National Physical Therapy Examination, I was doing few home care visits after my review sessions. And I guess the next question is, what motivated you to go to the
Yes.
US? Yeah, most of my family members ay nakatira dito. My mom or my mom at the time was living in Toronto, sa Canada. So I thought, going to the US, I would be mas malapit ako sa kanya. And another thing is I always wanted to grow as a professional. So I at that time I thought that practicing in the US will give me those opportunities.
All right. So thank you, Sir Mark, no? So it was a long journey talaga to be a PT going to the United States from the Philippines, no?
Oo.
At the same
Yep.
time, we have different motivation talaga to pursue a
Mhm.
career in the United States. So we get
Yep.
that, especially that you have a reason for personal growth or professional growth, no? So, sir, speaking of professional growth, no? Your current professional work in the USA, how are you as of now? And after being a PT under an agency like Radisson, when did you realize that you have the passion to teach as well?
Yes. When I was with Grandison, so ang contract ko with Grandison was 3 years now. So one good thing about Grandison is they sent me to different clinical settings in the US. So that gave me an opportunity to really learn about the healthcare systems in the US, to treat different populations, and to work across different settings. So after my contract with Grandison ended, I worked to a big hospital system in the US. It's a teaching institution wherein it's like how do you call it? So I graduated from UST, right? UST,
Yes.
there's a university level, or there's a university, and there's a hospital, which is the UST hospital. So I worked at this hospital that's affiliated with a medical school here in the US. And while I was working in that hospital system, I had the opportunity to teach a lot of, medical residents, physical therapy students, a lot of medical professionals or medical students trying to be trying to work in the medical field. So I think that sparked yung interest ko to teach and to pursue a career in academia.
So at least 'no, sa mga PTs natin, someday 'no, if you're done with an agency like Grandison, you can also do what Sir Mark can do 'no, sa future natin na puwede ka din palang maging instructor or maging teacher or mag-teach ng other medical professionals 'no. So hindi lang siya natatapos sa pagiging PT, but you can also do other career na connected rin sa pagiging physical therapist, 'yan.
Yeah.
So, at least sir, can I know, no, and can I ask, is USA worth it? Like reflecting on your journey from dreaming to navigating the US licensure, review, examination, and of course the deployment process kasi it's a long journey, no? And now celebrating your second anniversary in the USA, would you say that pursuing a career in the USA has been worth it? Why or why not? Mm.
Yeah, it's definitely is worth it. Nandito, I have family here now. I think nandito na yung base ko eh. So I feel like I have experienced so much in the US. I've grown professionally and personally. And if you're asking me if given the chance again, would I still want to go? Would I still choose the right the choices which I chose before to come to
Mhm.
the US? Yeah, it's a big yes.
Ayan. So, sa mga titis natin 'no, huwag kayong mabahala or maubusan 'no, ng tawag dito, yung fire natin na to continue your career in the United States. Because as from Sir Mark, USA is really worth it.
Yeah.
Kahit na napakahaba yung journey, right sir? Ayan. So, when it comes to long-term goals and financial stability, is it too personal, sir, to ask you, how has your salary aligned with your long-term career goals?
Yeah, if there's one good thing about, well, let's i-divide ko siya, no? Because
Yes, sir.
my current work right now is full-time teaching in a university, teaching a doctor of physical therapy students. So that's my current work right now. And
Mhm.
for the longest time, for 15 years, I was a full-time clinician. So when I use a full-time clinician, treating patients, doing, the 9 to 5 work at a hospital, a school, or whatever. So being a clinician, and working in the US, you have different or a lot of opportunities to work in different settings. So for example, yung my work before was I was a
Mhm.
full-time physical therapist at a hospital. So you're working there for what, 35 hours in a week. So if you want to work additional hours, like for example, maybe doing home care or doing consultation work, or you'll probably want to be a teaching assistant at a university level. So those are extra work na pwede mong pagkakitaan to support you, your needs as human being. Uh, on the flip side of it, if you're asking me about, how is the compensation like if you are working, in academia or in a university,
Yes.
so usually, mag ibang-iba siya from being a clinician. In academe, you're only expected. I'm not talking about all the universities in the US, but I think it's not uncommon to see or to see a lot of professors working or going to that university and working all there for 3 days, and the other day is virtual work. And the fifth day is usually reserved if you want to do research, you want to do community service, or you want to do clinical practice. So yun yung pagkakaiba in terms of how you make or how you're compensated.
Alright. So, kahit papaano sir 'no, there will be times na kailangan mo din mag-part-time to actually sustain your long-term goals or actually your needs. Am I correct, sir?
Yes, if
Mm,
you, because I thought the question was, do you have other avenues to generate money? I think,
yes.
mm, uh, For some people, doing a full-time job, that's enough. And for
Mhm.
some people, if you want to do extra job, there are multiple avenues for you to generate money.
Alright. So, thank you so much, sir, no? So, let's go on to your life as a Filipino PT in the USA. Kasi, syempre, iba pa rin talaga kapag yung nandun ka na talaga sa US, like, you're from the US, pero iba pa rin kapag you're from another country going to the United States. So when it comes to the
Mm-hmm.
initial challenges in the USA, what were some of the initial challenges you faced as a Filipino PT working in the USA? Or is it much easier since you've said that your mother is already there from Toronto? So have you have any experience na parang mas magaan mag-work kasi nga may kakilala ka din from another state or another country? Or how did you adapt to the new environment and the healthcare system there in the United States? Because we all know that the healthcare system in the Philippines and in the US has a big difference.
Yeah. So nung kararating ko dito sa Amerika, I'm very lucky na I have a very good support system. A lot of my family members are already living here. And parang yung sabi ko nga kanina, my mom, she lives in Toronto. So parang magkakalapit lang. So I'm very blessed that I have that support system nung bago pa lang ako dito sa Amerika. Now, in terms of I think one of the challenges I had nung bago ako is documentation. Because in here, insurance based
Um, right.
when a patient goes to a certain setting, healthcare setting, seldom sila nagbabayad ng cash. It's usually through the insurance. And for the clinicians, for them to get paid, we have to do documentation. We document what we did, we document the encounter with the patient. So na-brief ako, or I was already briefed beforehand on how to do documentation, but ang difference is if you go to different settings, like hospital, nursing home, my slight differences, or there's differences in terms of documentation. So I think that's one of my challenges at the time. Like for example, home care versus hospital system, magkaiba yung documentation styles for those two different settings.
Alright. So, ayun sa mga pitis natin, no? So, even though na si Sir Mark nga may kakalala na sa US, no? Nandun na yung family niya. You will always encounter kahit initial problems lang or challenges, no? So, at least be ready, no? At the same time, kailangan maging open-minded din tayo when it comes to accepting challenges or overcoming the challenges pagdating sa US. Because as a Filipino PT or siguro kahit any medical professionals or migrating to the United States, it will never start easy. No, sir? So,
Yep.
ayan.
Right.
So, when it comes to cultural adjustments, sir, how did you adjust to the cultural differences between the
Mhm.
Philippines and the United States? Were there any significant challenges or surprises you encountered pagdating niyo po dyan or yung during your transition there in the United States?
Nung kararating ko dito, I think people were or majority of the patients or yung mga katrabaho ko, they're expecting you to be I shouldn't say out expecting you, but like kailangan mo maging outspoken, meaning
Mm-hmm.
you have to tell them, it's expected of you to communicate. So you really have to communicate how you feel. You really have to communicate, for example, what happened when you saw a patient. Communication plays a very vital role sa lives or on professional lives of physical therapists in here. So, nung kararating ko dito, there are some things na I didn't know yet, in terms of healthcare systems or maybe how to treat a patient and stuff like that. So sometimes you don't feel comfortable
Mm-hmm.
communicating with people. So I think that's one of the challenges na hinarap ko
Yes.
when I was starting out as a newbie dito sa Amerika. And another thing is my initial practice setting is in New York, is in a skilled nursing facility. And a lot of the patients or it's a good mix of people who have different backgrounds and speak different languages.
Mhm.
So one of the initial challenges was, yes, we speak English, but some of these patients, English is their second language, or they don't speak English at all. So you have to carry out a physical therapy session using an interpreter. So, and yun yung isa sa mga challenges ko when I was starting out, using interpreter when we were working with patients.
Alright. So, kailangan din paghandaan siguro ng mga PTs natin 'no, sir, when it comes to the communication. Kasi mostly kapag Filipino ka, minsan sanay ka na na hindi mo sasabihin kung ano yung nararamdaman mo or dapat ba tiisin mo na lang 'no. So, kailangan when it comes to going to the United States, maging mas open sila when it comes to communication. Because when you have the communication, you will have both understanding 'no, pagdating diyan sa
Yep.
US, ayan. So, I think kailangan i-ready na ng mga PTs natin 'no. Sa mga PTs natin baka medyo yung feeling na yung pagiging resilient, kasi kilala ang mga Pilipino sa pagiging resilient, right, sir? So,
Yep.
dapat maging open-minded tayo. Ayan.
Mhm.
So when it comes to the work-life balance, sir, what is your work-life balance like as a professor now in the USA? And how do you manage the demands of your career while maintaining a fulfilling personal life? Like, ano pa po yung nagagawa nyo while actually working as a professor? Because we know it's not easy, no? So, ayan, sir.
Yeah, I think I said kanina yung parang yung you you know when you work in academia or you work for a university, you're not expected to
Mm-hmm.
be on the office or on your workplace for 5 days in a week. So that makes a big difference kasi we're only expected to be in my workplace 3 days in a week, and then that one day we do virtual work. So there's a little bit more flexibility in terms of the time. So we were asking about the work-life balance. I think being a professor, it's better compared to when I was a full-time clinician.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that's the question, right? How's
Yes,
the
sir.
work now compared? Yeah, I think it's better now compared to when I was a full-time clinician.
Ayan. So, I think sa mga PTs natin, took the advice kay Sir Mark na naging instructor or at the same time naging part siya ng academe for medical professionals like PTs like you, no? So, para magkaroon pa tayo ng work-life balance. Ayan. But kidding aside, no? So, it's still a part of decision talaga for personal, career growth. So, professional growth. Yeah, iba-iba tayo ng way dyan or path dyan. So, anyway, sir, when it comes to the community and support, of course, hindi lang naman small yung community natin for the PTs or medical professionals na pumupunta ng United States. We have a wide range of Filipinos na medical professionals, especially to the
Mhm.
nurses and PTs. So, have you connected with other Filipino PTs na part din siguro ng Grande Zone or members of the Filipino community in the United States? And how has this support network has been beneficial to you? Like, may nakakatulong po ba sa'yo when it comes to connecting with the other Filipino PTs in the United States?
Yeah. So, dito sa Amerika, very small yung network namin na university professor. So, hopefully in the near future, lumaki pa yan kasi very
Mhm.
few pa yung mga, Philippine-trained university professors in here. So, that's actually my challenge sa ating mga Pinoy PTs who wants to pursue a career in academia. Hey, this is another way for you to practice as a physical therapist, is to teach the future DPTs. In terms of, well, I'm not sure if you guys have heard about the Academy of Filipino American Physical Therapists.
Mhm.
So this is like a support group wherein maraming members na PT na who are working sa US, and I think some of the members also are based sa Philippines. So
Mhm.
this is like a support group na m- they have goals to unite all the American Filipino physical therapists. One of the goals was or is to create research works to support those who are starting out as PTs in here. You can actually nasa Facebook yun eh. So if you have questions and if you need guidance, a lot of yung mga PTs, they post their concerns dun sa Facebook groups, and nakakatawa kasi maraming Pilipino na tumutulong, and they comment on those posts.
Mhm. So, nakakatuwa naman sir 'no, na meron pa rin tayong mga Filipino community na puwedeng lapitan 'no, especially sa
Yeah.
mga PTs natin na pupunta pa ng United States. So, sa mga PTs natin diyan 'no, hindi po kayo nag-iisa, ayan. So, anyway sir 'no, sharing your influence, sa pag-share ng influence to other PTs. When it comes to the migration issue, how do you want to use your voice or inspire other PTs who are torn whether they should be pursuing their dream to work and advance their careers in other countries like the USA or staying in the Philippines to help with the physical therapy services needed by our kababayan.
I think that's a personal choice. So I guess the first question is you have to ask yourself, what's your
Mhm.
goal? If your goal is to really help, ating mga kababayan, so I think the best option for you is, in the Philippines. And, if your goal is like me, who wants to be closer to family, or you want to, I don't know, pursue higher education, maybe. I mean, you can also pursue higher education in the Philippines, don't get me wrong. But for me, my main goal why I moved to the US was to be closer to my family, and to um, professional growth. So I think you have to ask that it's a personal choice. They have to ask themselves what's their goal.
All right. So thank you so much, no, Sir Mark. So do you have any messages to our PTs out there? Because I will be ending na rin po our interview session, sir.
Yeah. So I would be very, very happy if a lot of our Filipino PTs in the future will pursue higher education. Uh, so they can join academe. Maybe you have to pursue the Doctor of Philosophy, that's PhD. It can be a Doctor of Education, which is EDD, or a Doctor of Science, or a DSC. Another way for you to enhance your skills maybe is to pursue a degree, a transitional DPT, a transitional doctorate in physical therapy degree.
Ayan. So, thank you so much, Sir Mark. So, sa ating mga PTs out there, no? So, sundan niyo rin po ang advice ni Sir Mark. Ayan. So, kung gusto niyo din na medyo taas na professional growth, no? Or, let's say, iba sigurong career path, no? Let's ask also Sir Mark. Especially pagdating niyo sa US, ayan. Kung libre si Sir Mark. Ayan. So, ayan. So, again, sa ating mga PTs out there, I'm Kia and I'll be your Gratitude Espresso Lounge host for the upcoming interviews. And this is, again, your virtual coffee table, a place to catch up with you, our nurses, therapists, and partners. So, we encourage you to share your voice and experience to educate and inspire Filipino PTs that no hashtag American Dream is impossible when you have the courage and the right partner, Grandison USA. So we will be seeing you on our other interviews. So thank you, PTs.